aside from your unwatered lawn? It's Jessica and welcome to Dream Daddy, and we're gonna continue on with Damien's route. We're on his third date and final date, so this will be the ending for his route, and then you guys voted for Craig to be the next dad, and we'll move on to him. So, we learned a little bit about Damien in the last episode. He is afraid of horror-themed movies in general. We kind of just learned, like, you know, don't judge a book by its cover, essentially what it was. I kind of knew, you know, Damien wasn't the typical goth guy, because the dude was into smutty anime fanfiction, so that should have been given away. Anyway, let's continue. Ever since we had that picnic in the graveyard, Damien and I have been spending a lot of time together. We go on nighttime strolls pretty regularly. Aw, that's so sweet. They're always walking together. He was so impressed with the first letter I wrote to him that now he only says we communicate by post instead of through dad book. I initially protested, but he gave me one of his old signet rings so he could use it for sealing my letters, and I couldn't say no. Hanging out with the Goth Dad again? Please, Amanda, you know his name. And yes, be honest with me here, Pops. Is he actually a vampire? I remember you inviting him to our household at one time, and I've seen in The Lost Boys, and I honestly wouldn't prefer trying to see if he could actually walk through the threshold of our home under his own power. He's like, what the hell are you talking about? Yes, Amanda, I become Damien's familiar. I'm compelled under his curse. I'm sorry, sweetie.
Dad.
Turn into a bat. I don't think... What's the point of being a vampire if you can't turn into a bat? Well, okay, I'm off. Are you taking the car, or are you flying over into the night on the leathery wing of a bat? One of those. While I'm out, you can throw away the garlic bread that is on the freezer so I don't die? That would be great. I'm keeping it just as insurance. You understand, right? That's my girl. Damien and I walk along the water edge, chatting. Damien's cloak. He hates it when people call it a cape. Damien's cloak flutters behind him in the breeze. This is gonna seem like a silly question, but why do goths wear black? Goth subculture has always been associated with death, so it would make sense the style surrounding it would be greatly influenced by mourning. Interestingly enough, though, was that in the Victorian era, Queen Victoria herself mourned the death of her late husband for 10 whole years, wearing black for the rest of her life. If that's not goth, I don't know what is. I have another question.
Oh.
Go ahead. How are you so comfortable with death? You mentioned the graveyard that it helps you appreciate life, or something. I've experienced several losses over the course of my life, and I truly believe one manageable way to cope with it is to accept death is a simple part of living. It's a single universal truth for every human who has ever lived. I'm going to die, you are going to die, and life carries on without us. Doesn't that make you feel scared? Not at all. Without advances in modern science, death was everywhere in the Victorian era. Yet, funerals were major social functions. Victorians were obsessed with mementos of their loved ones, even going so far as to taking elaborate stages to photographs of their dead relatives. That's actually true. I think it's because, also because people couldn't really, afford, photography back then. It was really expensive to take your photograph. So they didn't really have any way to, remember, their family, because they had no pictures, right? So the only time they would take photographs is during the funeral. That's why when you see, a lot of, old-time photos in the Victorian era, they're just of funerals of dead people, because that's their relative and they have no way of remembering them. It's creepy when you think about it now, but back then it's totally normal and makes a lot of sense why they would do that. The military mourning was so complex that there were sets of periods of grieving that were deemed acceptable based on those who in your life had passed. Now, we don't have any of that. If you lose someone, you end up feeling lost yourself because we have no modern equivalents of formalities. We need to allow ourselves time to grieve, to feel the loss fully, but not allow it to consume us. So no, I'm not afraid of death. I believe it is a waste to spend your life dreading over the end of it. The time here we have is brief and fleeting, and occasionally cruel, but it is, at all times, precious. To stare death in the face and live despite that, I think is noble existence. Let's save the mourning for the dead. Wow, that's beautiful. It is! I can see the moonlight and the big glint out of Damien's eyes. He smiles. We turn into the harbor and watch the ships pass, breathing the salty sea air. I look to Damien again. I can't help but be entranced by his charm, his mystery. I find everything about him so fascinating. I'm leaning close to Damien, closing my eyes as I do so.
Huh.
I'm so sorry. God damn it. I have to take this. Watch it be like Lucian or something. Damien steps away to answer his phone. Oh no, I hope this isn't Lucian again. After speaking in hushed tones for a few minutes, Damien returns to me. Everything okay?
What?
There's an emergency. Lucian?
Huh.
No, thankfully, but I must take my leave. Oh, okay. Is there anything I can do to help?
Huh.
Dads do have to stick together, right? You know it. Then come. There isn't time to waste. Oh no, what happened? After a short drive in silence, we arrive at the rundown building on the outskirts of town. Where are we? It's better if I just show you. What? I pushed a surprisingly heavy door and opened to find myself in a dimly lit waiting room. A few rickety chairs line the wall that doesn't seem to be anyone behind the front desk. There are a few paintings and pictures on the wall, but they're so nondescript that I'm unsure what kind of place this even is. Wait here for a moment. I'll be right back. Damien walks up to the corridor, his boot heels echoing through the halls of the seemingly empty building. Distant howls echo for someplace I can't see, and there's a faint scratching sound like claws on the tile. I cautiously peek down the hall, find a stall after stall of scared-looking dogs. A few of them notice me and skitter up to the chain link fence, sticking their noses to sniff the air. What have I gotten myself into? Oh, is this like a shelter, animal shelter? Is this what it is? Suddenly, the lights go out. I panic, unsure where I am or how to get out. I stumble through the darkness. My breathing gets heavier and heavier. Damien? The lights finally turn back on. What is Mary doing here? Hey, sailor. Mary? What are you doing here? You're not here for the fight club. I don't want to get punched in the face. Great, because this is an animal shelter. A what? Okay, that's what I thought, because it would be a little bit weird if it was something else. We take care of stray animals, and then people adopt the stray animals. Didn't you see the pets when you walked in? Oh, sorry. I didn't really expect to see you volunteering at an animal shelter.
Come on.
Wow. Okay, kid. Way to put me in a box. Dames, you hear this balcony? Just one moment. Thunder cracks and the doors busts open, appearing the shadow I see. Wow! Oh my god! Is this his job? Is he? He works at the animal shelter. No wonder he loves dogs so much. Oh my god, Damien? Hey. It's Damien. He looks completely different. No cloak, no Victorian era clothing, no makeup. I wasn't planning to share this side of me until much later, but I'm not as goth as you think. You think? I'm a systems administrator for the IT department of the realty company. What? He works in IT? I wear tennis shoes to work and I listen to Bruce Springsteen. I enjoy going to the hardware store and looking at the storage solutions, and I volunteer at this animal shelter in my spare time. I'm boring. I'm fascinated with Victorian history and the goth lifestyle. That much is true. It's just not all that I am, and I need you to know that. That's okay! What? Oh, hate to kill the moment here, but there is something pressing business that needs to be attending to. Oh, right. It's Duchess Cordial. Again? Who's Duchess Cordial?
Oh.
She's one of the pups, gets out all the time. She somehow learned how to open doors and now she's unstoppable. When did she get out? This morning. I had to go sing sea shanties to the cats, and when I came back, she already bolted. I have to stay here with the pets, so I need you to go find her. Of course. Where could she be? She always ends up running off in the same places. Here, let me draw you a map. Mary starts scribbling on the back of a pet adoption form. She's very small, ruthless even. You need to stay on your toes and get her back by sundown, or else she'll turn into a werewolf and start eating people. What? You're a perfect little peach turn. We just don't want her to be stuck outside when it's cold. Oh. I'll grab some treats and then we can hit the road. Oh my god, what the fuck? Oh man, I'm the nerd's house. That's funny. Nerd's house, Mary's sick pad, Coffee Dad, Kale, which is Craig, Mario Batali, Is that Brian? The other nerd's house, which I can only assume is, who would this be? The other nerd's house. Oh, Hugo. Damien is Dames, and Smalls is Robert. What a great map. At least you're not the other nerd's house. Congrats, kiddo. Where should we head first? Cul-de-sac, coffee spoon. Since the shelter is close by the homes, I think cul-de-sac would be appropriate. Damien and I exit the parking lot and start driving towards town. I look over at him, seeing him concerned. Shouldn't be too hard to find the Duchess, right? She's a pretty big pup. Murray wasn't kidding when she said that the dog was smart. One time, she correctly guessed the winner of the Kentucky Derby. It's a really great year for the bark, bark, bark. I don't know. What do you think our odds are, Darren? This'll be easy, gotta stay positive, abandon all hope, ye who enter here. Well, I mean, this is difficult, because you don't know. Well, okay, Mary said that the dog goes in the same places, but not really. So, I don't fucking know. But lo, look up upon God's creation, and wretch, with horror at he hath forsaken, hell is empty, and the devils are all here. Oh, okay, I didn't know that was gonna work. Nice. I thought that would cheer you up. Let's just hope for the best. We got this. We drive through the cul-de-sac and everything seems pretty normal. It looks like Brian is doing the same yard work. We go up to Brian's driveway and hop out.
I don't know about that.
Hey, don't step on the grass, I just mowed. Have you seen any unusual activity in the area today?
Hey.
Aside from your unwatered lawn? What the hell? Why is Brian always just trying to start a fight? Oh, here we go. How dare you? I take care of my lawn very seriously.
Oh no.
Darren, please. You haven't seen a dog running through you here, have you? Well, a little while ago I heard Maxwell barking at something. When I came outside, my garden had been torn to shreds. It's gonna take forever to re-till the soil. That could be a dog, or a rather feisty raccoon. Whatever it is, it must have been hungry. Ate all my tomatoes. I'm very sorry to hear about your garden. If you need assistance restoring it to its former glory, please don't hesitate to contact me. Will do, buddy. Good luck finding that dog. She's probably still hungry. I wonder if she's looking for more food somewhere else. Alright, next up on the shelter, we can just move to the coffee spoon, because if she ended up here, maybe she went this way, right? If we're looking for more food. So, the coffee spoon. Maybe Matt knows. We park in front of Matt's coffee shop and walk inside. It seems like a slow day. Matt sits behind the counter reading a book. Hey, Matt.
Hey.
Didn't expect to see you two today. What's up? Have you seen any stray dogs around? Actually, yeah. I caught one digging through the trash earlier. It ran away when I tried to get closer, though. Did you see what direction it ran in? Matt thinks for a second.
Hey.
Might have been running east, I think. That pup tore through 3 pans of old right said banana bread. Want to take some for the road just in case? Sure thing. I like how he's still offering food to us. Mac packs up a slice. Thanks for the slice. The road slice. This banana bread is going to be so good. I think he meant to give it to you for the dog. Right. I meant it's going to be so good for the dog to eat. I feel like we're on the right track. You think? If we keep this up, we'll find the Duchess in no time. Hey, if you like dogs so much, why don't you have any? Lucian is severely allergic. I wouldn't put him through that. Aw, sweet. Well, you have to take care of your son, right? But there are still dogs in my life, so I'm grateful. There's about to be one more dog in your life, buddy. Splendid attitude. Let's not waste any more time. Verily. I think the dog is just gonna keep going this way, right? Like in a circle, kind of, right? So maybe the softball field? We drive to the softball field. It looks like Craig's team is practicing. I wonder if he has any kids that saw something. Craig spots us and jogs over. Softball bat slung over his shoulder. Hey bros, what's up? Craig, you wouldn't happen to see a dog around here, have you? One escaped from the animal shelter and we're trying to locate her. I don't think so. Maybe one of the girls saw something?
Nice.
Girls! Hi Amanda's dad! Hi Lucian's dad! We have names. Girls, have you seen any dogs around? There was a big dog earlier. She ran off a while ago, though. I don't think she had an owner, but really wanted to play. We tried to play fetch with her, but she just took the softball and ran. I think she ate it, actually. She was a lot of a dog.
Nice.
Here, take another softball. Might come in handy later. Many thanks, Craig. Alright, well, I guess that kind of helps. Alright, let's go to base. I think I'm just gonna go down the list. Let's go to Bayside. We arrived back at the Bayside. Just like old times, eh?
Oh.
I remember it as if it was yesterday. I mean, earlier today. So what do you think? Any sign of the pooch? None yet. Although who knows if she made it into any of these ships. The Duchess would do that? I wouldn't put past her knowing how to navigate in rough seas and without compass. Very smart. Pops? Damien and I turned around to see my daughter. Amanda, what are you doing here? Did you think I would stay inside all day vegging out on the couch and watching TV? Oh, sorry. What are you doing?
Alright.
I'm heading home to go veg out on the couch and watch TV. Had to get a burrito first. Young miss, have you seen a dog around here?
Yeah.
Oh, you bet. I saw a Pomeranian with a bow around its neck. I saw a big old Doberman named Henry. There was a stroller full of Yorkies, a Greyhound, a Golden Retriever. Did you see a Mastiff anywhere? No dice. I would have definitely remembered that. I gotta run though. This burrito is gonna about 10 minutes before the cheese breaks down into a molecular structure of the tortilla to make it all soggy. You understand. I do? Of course. Have a lovely evening, Miss Dangadoo. Matt said that the Duchess went east on the coffee spoon, but there's no sign of her here. I suppose we need to go not so east? I fear that the hours are growing short. We must make haste to find the Duchess by sundown. Damien looks more stressed out by the minute. I gotta think of something to lighten the mood. What kind of dogs do vampires have? Knock knock. How many goths does it take to screw in a light bulb? Maybe the last one because it seems like a dad joke, you know what I mean? I don't know. How many? 1. Goths are very capable, especially when they're looking for a dog. Aww! Damien smiles to himself. I keep reading Damien's direction from the map as we drive around town. Okay, we'll go to the aquarium now. Damien and I stop by the aquarium. Everything looks in order here, but it might help to get out the car and take a look. You see anything? No dog here. Not even any sign of her. Do you know that penguins are considered the goths of the sea? Damien, I want to believe you so badly. I mean, I guess it makes sense because, like, if we go back in a circle, maybe I go back in a cul-de-sac? Maybe Robert has a dog. How funny would Robert if he had it? Okay, let's go back here. We arrive at the cul-de-sac to find everything looking normal, except... Uh-oh, Hugo's front door is wide open. She can open doors. This is a classic Duchess Cordelia, a telltale sign we should approach with caution. Whatever goes down in there, I've got your back. Creep up to the porch and step inside. Oh my gosh, there's a giant-ass dog and Hugo's house is like completely destroyed, right? They're sitting in the center of Hugo's living room, like she owns the damn place. It's one of the biggest dogs I've ever seen. Woof. Well, she hasn't broken anything in here yet. Wonderful. Now all we have to do is get this leash on her before she tries to escape again and get out here before Hugo comes home. Easy peasy. Duchess, come here. The Duchess eyes Damien warily. As he approaches, she begins to growl. She's on her guard. We'll need another plan. Hand the dog a treat. Try the softball. Give her the right side banana bread. Oh no. Well, okay, so let's think about it first. She kept going around looking for food, right? So I think the banana bread would work. Because she seemed hungry. I mean, the treat can work too, but I think she would be fully satisfied with the full bread. Okay, let's try the bread. I reach into my pocket and pull out a slice of right side banana bread Matt gave me. Duchess sniffs the air and hones on in the bread. Come here, girl. Nice and easy. I've got some yummy homemade vegan and possibly gluten-free banana bread, if that's what you're into. The Duchess cautiously approaches me and gives me the banana a good sniff, before gently taking it from my hand and dropping it to the ground, like dogs always do, for some reason. She curls up and starts munching on the bread. Success. Damien walks up behind the Duchess and attaches the leash to her collar. She immediately knows and starts whining. It's time to go home now, Duchess. Damien gives a tug on the leash. She won't move. Duchess, what happened to our rapper? You and I used to be a bosom? Bosom? Oh god, this is what I can't pronounce her. This is on his fucking, dad page. Oh no. She still doesn't move. She's huge. There's no way we could even try to lift her. Well, this is a weird situation to be in. I think we're literally trespassing in our friend's house with this large dog. What are you nerds doing? Ernest stands in the doorway with a plate of pizza rolls. Don't tell your dad about this. We're definitely not trespassing. What flavor are the pizza rolls? Hey, what flavor are those pizza rolls? Am I right? Pepperoni blast. Nice. The Duchess knows Ernest and starts pulling against the leash. Why is this dog in my house? It's long. The Duchess suddenly breaks free on Damien's grip and hurtles towards Ernest. Ah! Ernest and the Duchess fall into the ground. Pizza rolls fly everywhere. This is bad. Ernest, are you okay? Ernest feeds the Duchess a pizza roll. Hey, she likes pizza rolls. Ernest sits up in the dark, keeps licking his face. Oh, hey. Hugo stands at the door. This is so awkward. Looking at lost for words.
Whoa.
What? Why are you guys... Whose dog is this? It's a long story, but it involves a large dog who knows how to open doors. Hugo, may I present you Duchess Cornelia? How do you do? We're friends. The Duchess licks Ernest's face. She's from the local animal shelter. She got out and we've been chasing her all around town. Your house was the final stop. Dad, can we keep her? Ernest, I don't know if we can set up to take care of
What?
Wait, did you just call me Dad? Oh, he just called him Dad! Oh, that's so awesome! Come on, please, look how cute she is! Hugo sighs. We have been talking about adopting a dog for a while, but you have to promise me you'll take care of her. Yeah, I'll give her all the pizza rolls that her little heart desires. I suddenly remember who's on the back of this map, and I pull out a pen in the pocket. Got a form ready for you if you're interested. Oh, it's so cool! I like this. This is so happy. Like, what a happy ending. I'll even waive the adoption fee since, you know, we technically broke into your household. Well, alright, it's a deal. Hugo steps into the porch with us to sign the form while Ernest plays with the Duchess inside. He sure seems to be happy with a new friend. I know, he called me Dad, can you believe it? Damien places a hand on Hugo's shoulder. I certainly can. I think this would be really good for Ernest. It should teach him some responsibility. You should probably look into getting a better locks on your door though. The Duchess is a wily one, but do right by her and she'll love you too forever. Thank you. Yay! This is good. And long story short, the Duchess now lives in the happy home and neither of us are charged for breaking and entering. So all in all, it was one day. I think it was a fine day's work. Nice work, you two. Darren, you can be a valuable asset to our team and volunteers, you know. If you ever feel like petting some puppies, hit me up. Mary, I always feel like petting puppies. Hey. Good to know. Well, I'll catch you fellas later. Mary starts to leave. Oh, and one last thing. Damien's been telling me about you. Glad he finally brought you around. Oh, yeah. Damien's my special boy. I love him. We go way back. I got a vested interest in his health, success, and well-being. If you hurt him, Mary, you can fill in the blanks. I gulp. Oh, they're best friends. Yes, ma'am. Mary leaves me alone with Damien. So, about the whole Goth thing, I, completely understand if you aren't interested in me anymore. No, I am! What? Am I missing something here? I'm not a cool goth prince. I'm boring. I own 5 pairs of tennis shoes. I wear dumb glasses. Don't you care? He looks so nervous. Damien, do you really think I only like you because of the goth stuff? That's all cool, but the best thing about you is how passionate you are about things you love. History, art, Victorian fashion, dogs, storage solutions, it doesn't matter what it is, you care, and that's awesome. Oh, also the goths are very cute. They are cute. You don't think I'm boring at all? If you're boring, then I don't know what that makes me. I spend too much time online shopping for flashlights. I get excited to mow the lawn on Saturdays. I get cranky about commercials being too loud. I've even been thinking about making my own peanut butter. Then maybe we can be boring together? This is so sweet. It would never be boring if it was with you. Ah! Damien suddenly closes the gap between us and pulls me into a hug. He buries his face in my shoulder. His hair smells like lavender and rosemary. I was so scared you wouldn't like me. Quite the opposite. Damien pulls away for a second and looks me in the eyes. Without the color context, his eyes are so dark and soulful. May I kiss you? Yes? I think the last one because it's like fancy as fuck. Thou art welcome. Yes, verily. You may take upon yourself the... You know what? Just kiss me. He smiles slightly and leans in, giving me a gentle kiss. Yay! Damien pulls away and gives me an intense look. Do you want to... help me take care of the puppies? Yes! Damien and I ride back to the cul-de-sac, our fingers intertwined. Like a proper gentleman, he walks through my doorstep. This was lovely. Thank you for understanding. Thank you for everything. I'm very happy I can be myself around you. I'm glad, but I have one request. What's that? Can we keep sending each other letters? But of course. Damien kissed me one last time before turning around and heading home. Yay! I'm so happy! Amanda runs back to the couch from the window and tries to look as nonchalant as possible. Hello, father! Hi, Amanda. So, are you guys, like, starting a vampire coven together? Oh, plot twist. Mothman? Damien's actually Mothman. I didn't see it coming either.
Huh?
Genius. Well, whatever's happening, I'm really glad you two are happy. You deserve it, Dad. Aw, shucks. I'm gonna head to bed. Catch you in the morning? Sure thing. I make my way to the room and fall into my bedroom with heart full, excited for the days to come. Yeah, that was a cute date. I don't care. Like, even though, like, it was just looking for a dog, we got to learn more about Damien. And it was really sweet. But this is a really good date. I liked it. It was really sweet. And then we got to know he's actually like a fucking nerd underneath, which was kind of obvious to me with the fanfiction stuff. But like, I love it. Alright, so here at the end with the whole party for Amanda's graduation. I know we had a rocky start, but I'm glad to know you. I hope you know how much your dad cares about you. Yeah. My dad's had a rough couple of years, and I know it must have not been easy for him to raise me alone. He's kind of a weird guy, but I love him a lot, and it seems like you make him happy. So, you're cool in my books. Yay, we got the approval of the sun! Thank you, Lucian, that means a lot to me. Sure. And let me know if you want me to give you a stick and poke sometime. Thanks for coming by, Lucian. See you around, Darren. I take a seat next to Damien as the last guest makes their way out of the party. Did you know that in the Victorian era they would call benches seedy boys? What? Really? I'm kidding, Darren. But what if? It's good to see you in civvies again. Thank you. I've had a revelation the other day, Darren, and I think it was largely due to your continued influence upon me. There's a version of myself that might have been embarrassed to show you my true form, my information technology form. But what you said about me, about my passion, was truly admired. That emboldened in me to feel myself regardless of how I choose to dress and act. Instead of separate entities, there are simply different facets of myself, a three-dimensional human being with own thoughts, wants, and needs. I love dressing in that way, I do, but I feel constricted by what I thought was my own person. Brand made me lose my sight of why I did this in the first place, to make myself happy. I place my hand on Damien and I feel a light squeeze. Looking up, I'm greeted by Damien's warm smile. I'm trying to be more comfortable with who I am rather than dwelling on who I could be with other people. I can't stop smiling. I'm so proud of him. Damien, I'm so happy you realize that you can be a dog-loving goth. Me too, Darren, me too. I feel myself inch closer and closer to Damien. I brush a lock of hair out of his face and I'm shocked at how soft it feels. How is your hair so soft? Dog shampoo. I keep running my hands through his hair and he leans in close to me. Placing a hand on the side of my face, he strokes my cheeks with his thumb. You know, public's display of affections were considered scandalous in the Victorian era. Damien pulls me in for a kiss. Woo! But I think I can make an exception for you. Yay! We finished Damien's. Even though Damien's wasn't like, how do I explain this? It wasn't like all flashy and fancy like Matt's, compared to Matt's, because he had this big show and big thing happening with his. But still, Damien still had a big revelation of trying to be himself, because he never got to be himself. And I really like that Damien is secretly like an IT nerd underneath the goth thing. I really think that's really cool. And I like that this route essentially helps him let him be himself, because he was never able to do that. And that's really sweet that we can be a supportive partner in like whatever he does. And I'm glad we have a good ending with him. It's really sweet. I love Damien so much. Yeah, look at him. Yeah. I love it. Just in the graveyard in his freaking pose is awesome. Fucking love Damien so much. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed Damien's route. So, reading all the comments, you guys wanted Craig to be the next dad. So I will move on to Craig and see what his relationship will be like, because considering our dad and Craig were friends during college, this should be really interesting. Anyway, if you guys enjoyed this episode of Dream Daddy, remember to leave a like, comment, and subscribe to join the companions. And if you would like to help support the channel on Patreon, there's a link in the description. Get early access to videos for Patreon only, the Discord server to come talk to me, and a bunch of other stuff as well. Or you can check out the links in the description too to help out the channel. I'd really appreciate that. Anyway, I'm very satisfied with Damien's ending. He was just really sweet, and I love him a lot. Alright, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!
This is better than Truth or Dare because nobody ends up licking somebody's butthole. You can ask the question. You have to tell the truth, but if somebody can prove that you lied, the accuser gets to...
His finger sees the edges of my... I widened my legs in anticipation, and he uses the opportunity.